Here's something that'll make you mad. Even if you spent $75,000 on a complete off-grid solar system with enough batteries to power your home for a week, your local government might literally make it illegal for you to disconnect from the grid. Yeah, you heard that right, illegal. And before you think this is just some crazy California thing, this is happening in incorporated cities across Texas, Florida, Georgia, basically anywhere with building codes and certificates of occupancy. So let's talk about what's really going on here. Hey everyone, welcome back to Integrate Sun. Look, I get it, when you're paying hundreds a month for electricity that goes out every storm, plus those connection fees even when you use 0 kilowatts, the dream of telling your utility company to come get their meter sounds pretty sweet. But here's the thing, the system is literally designed to keep you hooked up, and I mean that in the most literal sense possible. So here's the first gut punch. In most incorporated cities and suburbs across America, disconnecting from the grid can actually invalidate your certificate of occupancy. Without that certificate, your house becomes legally uninhabitable. The government can condemn your property, your insurance company can drop you, and if you have a mortgage, your bank can call in the entire loan immediately. Take the famous Cape Coral, Florida case. A woman living completely off-grid with solar was threatened with eviction from her own home. Not because her system didn't work, but because disconnecting from city utilities violated local codes. Now, to be fair, her case also involved water and sewer, but the principle stands. Many municipalities require you to stay connected. Here in Texas, if you're in Austin, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, any incorporated area, you're required to maintain utility connections. Same story in most California cities and suburbs. Georgia municipalities can actually force connection even if you don't want it. The only places you're typically free to disconnect? Maybe rural, unincorporated areas, think rural Arizona counties like Cochise and Mojave, parts of Idaho, or unincorporated Texas land where they don't require certificates of occupancy. But even then, check your homeowner's insurance policy first, because many insurers require functioning utility connections, or they'll drop your coverage. Now let's say you live somewhere that actually allows disconnection. There's this Reddit thread where a guy has solar panels, batteries, and a natural gas generator, but still pays $450 monthly to the electric company. Why? Because their system wasn't sized right, and truly going off-grid costs way more than people realize. A basic grid-tied solar system runs about $15,000 to $20,000 for an average home. But a true off-grid system, you're looking at $40,000 to $75,000 minimum. Why so much more? Well, that's because off-grid systems need to handle the worst weather week of the year, not just average days. That means nearly triple the solar panels, plus battery storage ranging from $8,000 for a basic setup to $40,000 for whole home backup that'll last several days. And here's the kicker, those batteries don't last forever. Even premium lithium batteries only last 10 to 15 years. So that never pay for electricity again dream? It's more like pay thousands every few years just for batteries, plus maintenance, plus fuel for your backup generator. But wait, that's not even all. When you're off-grid, you become your own utility company. Generator maintenance, battery monitoring, system troubleshooting, it's all on you. We've seen cases where homeowners' free off-grid power actually costs them $200 to $300 monthly when they factor in generator fuel during cloudy weeks, maintenance costs, and saving for battery replacement. The people who regret going off-grid? They usually regret it because they underestimated how much work it actually is. The people who stay grid-tied with solar and batteries, they almost never regret it. Here in Texas, we're seeing homeowners with properly sized solar plus battery systems paying just the minimum connection fee. That's like $10 to $25 monthly depending on your utility, while producing 95% of their own power. They've got the grid as emergency backup, their house stays legal and insured, and during those rare times they need extra power, it's there. The key is getting your system sized correctly from the start. We had a client in Houston go from a $380 monthly bill to just the $22 connection fee. Another in Dallas runs their entire 3,500 square foot home on solar and Tesla Powerwalls, only pulling from the grid maybe 5 days a year. They're essentially off-grid, but without any of the legal headaches, insurance problems, or lifestyle restrictions. Plus, and this matters, if you ever sell, a grid-tied solar system adds 2 to 4% to your home value, while truly off-grid homes can actually spook buyers. Let me break down what's actually happening in the top solar states. California? Forget disconnecting in any city or suburb, building codes won't allow it. But with their sky-high electricity rates and time-of-use billing, a good battery system pays for itself even while staying connected. Texas gives you more freedom in rural, unincorporated areas, but cities like Austin, Houston, and Dallas all require grid connections. They'll literally red tag your property without them. Florida's interesting, some rural counties allow it, but any incorporated city follows strict building codes requiring utility connections. The Cape Coral case proved that. Arizona's probably your most flexible option, especially in counties like Cochise and Mojave, where enforcement is minimal. But even there, it's county by county, not statewide. Nevada? They've got solid net metering and some battery incentives for grid-tied systems, but no special programs for going off-grid, despite what some YouTubers claim. Now here's something critical. After July 4th, 2025, the federal government signed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act into law, which terminates the 30% residential clean energy credit for any systems installed after December 31st, 2025. That means if you're thinking about solar with batteries, waiting could literally cost you tens of thousands of dollars. On a $50,000 system, that's $15,000 gone if you wait past this year. Look, here's the truth nobody wants to admit. For 99% of homeowners, trying to completely disconnect from the grid is either illegal in your area, impractical for your lifestyle, or financially stupid when you run the real numbers. But here's the good news. You don't need to disconnect to achieve what you really want: energy security, drastically lower bills, and independence from utility company dysfunction. A properly designed solar system with battery backup gives you the best of both worlds. You're producing your own power, you've got backup during outages, you're paying almost nothing monthly, and you're still legal, insured, and maintaining your home's value. If you're serious about real energy independence, the kind that actually works, here's exactly what you need to do. Click the link below to reach out to us at IntegrateSun. And if you want to dive deeper into the battery side, check out our video on how big of a battery do you actually need. I'll put the link right here. That video alone could save you thousands on your system. Thanks for watching, and remember, true energy independence isn't about cutting the cord, it's about holding all the cards while staying in the game.